Card Counter, new film from Paul Schrader, amongst other things writer of Taxi Driver and Raging Bull and director of the acclaimed First Reformed. This film stars Oscar Isaac, Tiffany Haddish, Ty Sheridan and Willem Dafoe. And much like First Reformed or Taxi Driver, it is a movie about a troubled, broken individual whose personal journey is the true story, not the profession that the title might suggest. Oscar Isaac plays Will Tell, the titular card counter. At the beginning of the film, he narrates to us that he learned card counting in prison, where he spent 8.5 years, as we later learn, for being involved in torturing prisoners as a US military interrogator. After getting out, he leads a very lonely existence. He drives from town to town, casino to casino, using his skills to win at blackjack. Enough to get by, but not so much as to get the attention of any casino operators. One day he gets an offer to take part in a serious poker circuit with the backing of a sponsor. He initially refuses. He doesn't want the attention, he doesn't want to take the increased risk. He's generally just not interested. But then he runs into Ty Sheridan's character, Kirk, who is the son of another soldier turned torturer. Kirk has had a difficult youth, and after his abusive dad ended up destroying the family and then killing himself, Kirk began seeking vengeance upon the man who he thinks made his father into what he was, the leader of the torturers, played by Willem Dafoe. Apparently, even though he's behind all of this horrific stuff, he was never even prosecuted, so Kirk wants to mete out justice. Will then decides to take the kid with him on the road, play the poker circuit, in order to kind of set the kid straight, take him out, talk him out of the revenge, while also helping him get back on his feet financially. So, first things first. This is not a movie about poker or cards in general. This is a character study that just features poker, that has poker in it. It is a significant plot point, and it is treated with care, respect, and accuracy, but you shouldn't go into the film expecting it is just a poker movie. The far more important journey is the personal exploration of Will as a character. Someone who has a past so dark that it's basically incomprehensible to anyone who hasn't lived it, and he now tries to sort of find redemption and forgiveness in his quiet, lonely existence. And he really struggles with it. His whole psychological and emotional side is completely broken. He's essentially a man who tries to piece himself back together very carefully. What's interesting is how poker fits into this picture too. To me, it's almost like watching an addict that found a substitute activity to fill his time and take his mind off of the thing that he's addicted to. He seems to use cards as a coping mechanism more than anything else. I have to say, I really loved Oscar Isaac in the role. He is one of my favorite actors from his generation, and he proves once again that he's an immense talent. He really inhabits this character, which is an enigma on the outside. Once we begin learning more about him, everything makes perfect sense. He also has great chemistry with Ty Sheridan and Tiffany Haddish, both of whom he ends up developing more meaningful relations. And these relationships feel organic and natural, even if they are hesitant from the side of Will. I also want to say that the film has a real sense of foreboding that permeates it. Even in moments when it shouldn't be tense, it somehow still is. You fear that at any moment in time something will go wrong, everything will go to shit, which I think puts us in the shoes of the main character, for whom this is his life. He's constantly looking over his shoulder, constantly worrying, he's restless, he struggles with the things he's done, and the audience becomes restless as well. So I have to say I really enjoyed this film. I found it captivating, both from the character exploration angle, but also from the way it presents and treats poker. It's kind of different from a lot of movies in how unglamorous it is here, that there is a sense of repetitiveness and also addiction related to it. It's quite unique, and between that, the performances and the tension, I was just glued to the screen throughout. In fact, I thought it was a better film than the critically acclaimed First Reformed. As far as character studies go, this one is really fantastic.